Alright, this is Vegeta8259, and it's finally time for the unboxing video of the brand new Master Grade Gundam Deathscythe. And, at first I wasn't too excited about this kit, but it's one of those things where the more pictures Bandai released of it, and the more I saw it, the more excited about the kit I got. And so, I'm to the point now where I'm really ready to, get into this and start building it. So anyway, it's called Gundam Deathscythe version EW, obviously for Endless Waltz, but to most of the Gundam community this is known as Gundam Deathscythe Verka, because this is actually not the first time this model kit has been made. Well, not in Master Grade form. There have been two high grade conversion kits for this version of Deathscythe in 1:144 scale and 1:100 scale that had existed since 1997, so this is definitely not a new design for Deathscythe. But it seems when it comes to making Gundam Wing Master Grades, Bandai wants to get the Kotoki designs out of the way first, like they did with Wing Gundam. So anyway, here are the other designs. There's Wing Gundam Verka there, which has long since been released. And Bandai has told us that using the inner frame from Master Grade Wing Gundam, with a few slight modifications, they're planning to release Sandrock, Heavy Arms, and Shenlong Gundam. And based on Deathscythe and Wing Gundam, they'll probably get released in their Verka versions first, and then later we'll get the Endless Waltz versions, and the TV versions are anybody's guess, really. So anyway, let's get this open. And the first plate we get is the A runner, which is multicolored. It's got two clear parts, several white parts. I really like how they molded the head. It's got a panel line down the center that kind of hides the seam line, so that's good news for people who don't like to fill in seam lines, like me. A few small little red parts, a few gray parts here and there. And I actually think those are the head Vulcans, yeah. And then a little meaningless piece of paper. Next, we get a bag, and we're greeted with the decals. A small sheet of foil stickers, a sheet of dry transfer decals, and a sheet of clear stickers. And Bandai has, I've noticed in the last 2 or 3 months, Bandai has switched their clear sticker backing sheets from green to blue. And I mean, it's not like it's a problem or anything, but I just don't know why they did that. Because I used to tell people that the easy way to tell water slides from clear stickers was because water slides had a blue backing and clear stickers had a green backing, but I can't say that anymore. Anyway, here are some of the modified inner frame parts. They're very similar to the inner frame of Master Grade Wing Gundam, but they are a little bit different. So you can see this is XXXG frame number 4. So this will probably be reused in Sandrock, Heavy Arms, and Shenlong Gundam. Next is a runner of yellow parts, and keeping with Kotoki's style, it's a very orangey yellow. So I might have to paint that and tone that down a little bit. It's a little bit too orange for my taste. Anyway, on the back we get some black parts, which are actually a very, very, very dark blue. Got the torso here, backpack parts, shoulder parts. I really like how they molded the shoulders, the black parts and the yellow parts, how it's all one piece. So again, won't have to fill any seam lines, and that's good news for me. Get a small runner of white parts for one of the legs and the upper arm. Again, the upper arm is all molded in one piece, so no seam lines again. And we get a little fraction of a runner for, I think these go on the front skirts. So already you can see that the color separation just begs for a Deathscythe Hell custom. And we get another runner, which is pretty much the same leg parts, but this one also has some parts for the torso on here, and a runner of polycaps in the way. Anyway, more parts for the legs, torso, more torso, hands as the face, 2 little figures of Duo. Get 2 small runners for the feet. Not really sure why the feet are on 2 separate runners, but that might have something to do with an eventual Deathscythe Hell custom. Who knows? Next, we get the 2 clear effect parts, which I notice are very, very textured. I remember on the high-grade Deathscythe from back in the 90s, you know, it had a clear green beam scythe, but it didn't have nearly as much texture on it, so that's kind of nice. It almost kind of looks like a wood texture. Anyway, behind that we've got some gray parts, little minus molds that go on the knee armor. Not knee armor, knee joint. Get the beam scythe right here. It looks like it comes in several pieces as well. And yeah, looks like maybe some parts for the shield in there. And yeah, this is the last bag. And this is more parts for the inner frame. And let's see, yeah, this one's exclusive to Deathscythe. So anyway, actually no. Here's XXXG frame number 3. And I believe this frame was included with Master Grade Wing Gundam, because these parts look pretty familiar. So anyway, yeah, that's all the parts. I'll just take a quick look at the manual. I won't dwell on this very long. Anyway, we get a nice shot of Deathscythe on the front. On the inside, we get some information about the Gundam Wing series, as well as pictures of high-grade Wing Zero Custom and Deathscythe Hell Custom. It's a shame my Japanese isn't better, or else I'd actually be able to tell you why those are there. We get some comparisons of the TV versions of the mobile suits compared with the Kotoki versions right here. So that's a nice little reference for people who aren't very familiar with the differences. Line art for Deathscythe Verka, aka Deathscythe EW. Rundown of the parts. And we begin construction. In the center we get some nice Photoshop work of the model kit in action, or just sitting there. Pictures of Master Grade Wing Gundam Verka and Wing Zero Custom. Get a splash page of Master Grade Deathscythe showing off its excellent posability, inner frame, gimmicks, shield, weapons, details, things like that. A very nice pose with Wing Gundam Verka. I don't have a Master Grade Wing Gundam Verka, but now that I've got Deathscythe, I kind of want to get one. Anyway, we continue on with construction. All this is pretty straightforward, as you would expect. And on the last page, we get a set of instructions for the decals. On the back, we get a color guide for the 2 little Duo figures, a front and back shot of Deathscythe, before and after shots of painting and panel lining, and a color guide for the kit itself. So, that about does it for Deathscythe unboxing. Now I can get to work snapping them together and getting on with the review. So, I will see you guys next time.